Man, what's up, YouTube? Man, I'm just getting off work. It's been a busy day. Today was very busy. And pretty much started from when I got to work. Like I went, knocked out my rounds, my patients, and while I was doing that, in the unit I was in, one of our patients had to go to OR. So I went, did that, took the patient down there, and then my colleague, one of his patients had to go to OR also. So, you know, he went and did that. And so the procedure that we was doing at OR was insertion of an Impeller 5.5, which is a mechanical circulatory support device. And so I had to get the room ready, make sure we had all the accessories that we need, bags, all that type of stuff set up. So when they was ready, and then when we got in there, it was a bit of a delay, just kind of waiting around. Well, I ain't gonna say waiting around, but anesthesia has to do what they have to do. The surgical team, has to get their accounts together, and make sure everything is in the room, and the counts are right, things like that. And so I was doing that, and it was that I thought once I finished that, I pretty much will be done. But no, that wasn't the case. As soon as I finished that procedure, and I'm speaking as you probably thinking like, okay, you finished that procedure within the hour or whatnot. No, I got in there at 7:45 or something like that, and then the case was over at like 12:30. So I was in the case ever since then. But in between that time, I had to go and check on other patients. Like I had to go and finish my rounds because I didn't finish them. Had to document, because we have to document them into the software. And then I had other little things I had to do, and so I'm kind of running back and forth. And so when we got into the thick and thin of the case, where I knew I would have to scrub in and become sterile and prep the pump, then okay, I stayed in the room. Good thing is we have the reps that represent the company. They come in, and so they can be a verbal voice for us, but it was just that was that. And then after we finished that case around the afternoon, I was going to get my lunch, take my time to eat, and got called for another case. Now at this time we have more people come in, in the afternoon we have like 3 people come in, 12, 1, and 2 o'clock. So 2 of my guys came in, but as soon as they came in, other cases start happening. Patients had to go to angio. Then another patient, we had the case that we had earlier in the OR, they were still in there. Then we had another patient had to go to Nuke Med for a viability study, and that study takes like 4 hours. If you go to a viability study, you might as well wave bye-bye to the rest of your colleagues, because you're gonna be there for the rest of the day. And so one of my guys, he was already, once he took that patient there, he was done. Like, I ain't gonna see y'all again. And so that happened, and so I went and got my lunch, and as soon as I get to the desk, the intensive care unit page, hey, we got a patient need to go cath lab. Nobody's available. So I dropped my lunch, ran up there, took this patient to cath lab for a right heart cath. Like I say, it's not all, you don't just go into the room. Like when you transport these patients, you don't just go straight into the room, get started on the procedure. It's all a process. Like you get to the room, and then the nurse is getting stuff ready, or sometimes they gotta wait on you. So it's a delay with me, like the delay with my staff. We be coming from another place. Like I was coming from getting my lunch, so I had to get my lunch, put my lunch down, and these places ain't right next to each other. Like we gotta take elevators to get to these units, and Lord forbid that the elevators are down or broken, or busy. It's so many things can delay you. It's crazy. Like there's so many things, and to be honest, a primary thing is just the tools of the hospital. Just the elevator's a common thing. Like, I'm trying to get up there, but I can't get up there because the elevators are taking all day. And so once you get to the room, like I say, the RN has to do what they have to do. They have to get consents and all that. You know, the family might want to say something before they go because they about to have a procedure done. You know, so the family has to, you know, they're concerned and they want to, you know, show love for their loved one. And so those things happen. It's a process. Then we get down, we take them down, or not even take them down. We get to the elevator, and now we have to wait on the elevator. You know, and so if there's patients in the elevator, we can't just bogart those patients. We have to wait. And so wait on the elevator. And if your patient has IVs and, you know, in my case, LVADs or balloon pumps, on RT machines, you can't just take a regular elevator. You need a larger size elevator. And those are just one of those. So many different factors, you know. You have to take that patient, hopefully get this elevator. When that elevator, if it's not the one, then we got to send that elevator back, and we just waiting on a big elevator. Finally get the big elevator, then we got to go through the halls, and, you know, the halls can be an obstacle course. Trying to get through beds, trying to get through, you know, other staff that's, you know, checking on inventory, and staff that's coming in with other patients, and PT walking things. These are all just common things at the workplace that people are doing, but it's like, you know, you have to deal with this just to get to the procedure room. And then once you actually get to the cath lab, you know, you don't just go into the room, you go into the holding area. You know what I'm saying? So you go into the holding area, you wait, they have to prep the patient, you know, do the necessary things for them before they actually go into the procedure room, you know. And so there's a handoff that has to happen. There's a handoff that happens from the RN then to the RN who's transporting the patient. Then there's a handoff that happens from the RN who transports the patient to the RNs that's going to be in the procedure room. And so, man, it's crazy. Like, you get in there, and then when you're finally in the procedure room, you got to get set up, everything, you know, draped and stuff sterilized. Well, stuff is already sterilized, but you just want to get your tables ready and draped, and you know, make sure you got all the catheters you need in the room, and the wires, and, you know, okay, is what kind of doctor is, because doctors have specific things they like. Like, every doctor don't want to use the same type of deal. Like, they be like, hey, the doctors such and such want this. Oh, doctor such and such want pigtail. You know, he like a 5 French. It's just different things, different factors, you know, and the case haven't even started. So when the case actually starts, which I'm in my case now, and it started, you know, we're in there for a few hours, and man, I didn't even get to eat my lunch. Like, I was like, man. And so the thing is about, like, work, like, days like this is the days that I was mentioning in my other video, when I was saying that, you know, you leave the job after a busy day, now you gotta deal with traffic, you know, like, okay, after all that, now I gotta deal with traffic, and traffic was thick today. And as soon as I got by the house, by the neighborhood, they called me, my wife. It's like, hey, they need wipes. The babies need wipes. I'm like, okay, so now I gotta go by Kroger's. I'm like, hey, grab some food too, because they ain't ate. So now I gotta grab some food. I gotta think about what, you know, what do they want to eat, you know, or what to get them, because you don't always want to ask them what they want to eat. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to always ask them what they want to eat, because then they gonna have a certain thing in mind, and you might be paying $100 and something for what they want to eat, you know. So I just be trying to think in my mind, what can I get? And so we was like, she came up with, like, just grab some tacos, you know, easy to make. It's Tuesday, yada yada, Taco Tuesday, all that. So I was like, cool. So I grabbed the tacos, but the thing is, it's just so much that it's like levels of things that drain your stamina. Like, levels of certain things, like work, traffic, errands, and I still need to go by the bank. I still need to do that. That's gonna wait though. And you haven't ate. Like I haven't eaten. You know, and I still need to work on some other stuff. Like somebody, they called me about a gig this weekend. I got a gig Saturday. They want me to do on Sunday, so I need to follow up on that. See if I'm gonna actually do it or I'm not. I don't know. Then my car, while I was in the OR, I got a phone call from the mechanic about my ride, and this another thing that, you know, my car, the oil was leaking, and so come to find out my oil pan is damaged and I need a new oil pan. Well, a new oil pan is gonna run like $1,300, you know, and so that's just that. They were saying in regards to the check engine light, there's so many errors and so many codes that came up in regards to that. You know, one was like a catalytic converter, and so they like, well, you know, that would fix the oil issue, but then we got the other issue of the you know, all the errors that popped up. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, a catalytic converter, that can be a few $1,000s. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of $1,300 for the new oil pan, like now I gotta consider a new car, you know. And so it's a tricky thing because now I'm upside down. You know what I'm saying? But all this, like I say, all this is going on, you know, just in regards to this day. And I still got stuff I need to work on. Like, I still need to go home, you know, show attention to my wife, show attention to my kids, kind of take the load off of her a little bit because, you know, she be getting tired of, you know, having to deal with them all the time. I still got to sign my boys up for spring league. I have to follow up with action behavior for my son to get him, you know, transferred there, and then I need to do my real estate stuff. Like, my goodness, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like I say, I'm on a journey to try to save $100,000. It did not. Car repairs is hitting me, and so I got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to figure out what's the move, what's the play, what's the best thing, what's the best option. Do I get a car? Because my credit is not good. I'm gonna be perfect, you know, be honest with y'all. My credit is not good, and then, you know, we upside down in this car. Like, we owe way too much on this car, so the car really needs to be. We need I don't know. I'm not sure what to do yet, and so I'm thinking about that. But I'm doing all this on an empty stomach, you know. Thank God I got a sound mind, but I just need some clarity. I need some clarity, but you know, all is well. Despite all is well, it's just like I say, in the hospital, man. Days like this, when it get to going, you know. It just mentally tires you out because you got to use your mental for your job, you know, and then, you know, you have things outside of your job that you have to get, you know, you have to be clear with. And so, yeah, man, I'm at Kroger's now. I already got all the stuff I need. I'm about to go home, get me something to eat my lunch. I brought my lunch with me. The lunch I didn't get to eat at work, I brought it with me. So I'm gonna eat that, and then I guess they gonna make tacos, or she might ask me to make tacos. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty simple, but, you know, still. But yeah, man, it's, you know, it's the daily grind, you know, and just trying to get over the hump. And so now I'm thinking, like, what should I do? You know, what should I do in regards to this car? I don't know. But shoot, let me know, YouTube. You know, comment, give me y'all, best advice, recommendations, and all that type of stuff, man. All right, I'm out.